this lady here came across on X. This is a woman that got a ticket, for a traffic incident. And she's screaming at the police officer. Obviously, this is his body cam. And she's screaming at the police officer about him not giving somebody else a ticket.
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a third thing. Don't get him a ticket.
You need to go to the...
Let him go and get a ticket. Then you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Give him a ticket.
Okay. Can I help you with anything else?
Give him a ticket. Okay, come on.
It's not gonna happen. Anything else we can help you with tonight?
Yeah. Giving him a ticket.
Anyway, so that goes on for another minute and change. And then there's another follow-up video to it where she actually calls 911 while the police are in her presence complaining to the 911 operator that he's not giving the other driver a ticket. I'm not going to bore you with another 3 minutes of her screaming like an absolute lunatic. The point of it is to demonstrate what crazy, absolute crazy looks like. Now, you may not deal with that level. You may not. You might deal with something close to that or a close approximation to that, where voices are raised, accusations are made, shaming. Kevin Samuels used to use the acronym sign language: shaming, insult, guilt, need to be right. Whatever it happens to be. But if there's pushback, negative pushback, condescending tone, swearing, screaming, even like this nutter over here, you're dealing with an explosion in your entire life. You invite that into your household to be the mother of your kids. You put, the buns in the oven. You're going to get what you deserve. And again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. The vast majority of this can be resolved in the selection process. The vast majority of crazy can be eliminated in the selection process by vetting for red flags, the 21 red flag chapter, by vetting for behavior when you say no. I see guys all the time, come across stuff like this, and they're like, my ex-girlfriend was like that. My ex-wife was like that. I'm pretty sure, because I know I have anyway, I'm pretty sure that you saw something like that or a close approximation to the full-on meltdown during the dating phase, during the engagement phase, during the leading up to the wedding sort of thing. And you still pushed on through hoping things would get better when they never will. You thinking that just marrying her, doing the right thing, and manning up, as Jordan Peterson would say, negotiate where the scissors go in the utility drawer. If you think that manning up and doing the right thing is going to solve your problems down the line, I got some swamp land I picked up in Florida that I can sell you for a nice price today, right? That you can build on. It doesn't. It never gets any better. Everything, when you the closer proximity she is to you, the more familiar with you that she is, the more exclusive you are to her, the worse things will get. Every single time. Absolutely every single time. I've seen that movie 1,000 times, and it all ends the exact same way. Some version of you giving her more over time while she gives you less and more attitude and headaches. And your risk exposure for that, looking like you're either married because you got married, or you're living in a way that looks like married because you're cohabitating or something like that, is just exposing you to additional risk. Why don't you just instead of doing all of that, you're better off finding a woman that you hate. Just find a woman that you hate and then just give her half your shit right on the spot. Because you'd save yourself the agony of dealing with all the nonsense for years to come. I had this consult with this very successful medical professional the other day, I'll put it this way. And, he was seriously contemplating untying the knot, getting divorced, so we're chopping it up. And he came to the realization, I'm going to spend a large chunk of my life, if I stay here, unhappy, with my joy robbed from me, my happiness robbed from me, constantly trying to placate, always being the butt of all jokes, always being the one to blame for everything. Again, successful guy, handsome dude, all of his hair sort of thing. And he's weighing this out going, do I stay or do I go? And it's like, the easiest way to understand this versus an untying of the knot is you're taking a lifetime of maybe just consistent shit, right? Your entire lifetime, and compressing it into a timeline that might be, I don't know, a year or two, let's say. And it's like you're taking all that misery, compressing 40, 50 years of misery into a year or two to untie the knot. And I think for most guys, they realize that it's probably better just to get out and deal with severe chaos, because the divorce process sucks. It's expensive, it's long, it's difficult. There's challenges that are well beyond your control. A lot of guys contemplate self-deletion during that time. It's no good. And it's like, for the vast majority of guys, again, you can skip this part, this nightmare in the screening and testing process. She's usually easy to spot. She really is. And you can spot it when you have the experience. You can spot it when you're attentive to these things. You can spot it when you're not tolerant of awful, bad behavior. It's as simple as that. It's really not a complex mechanism. It just isn't. That's just how it goes. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here, where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.